John. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to be here.
John, yeah, it's a really pleasure to have you the first time here on an interview for our web scene Empulsiv. And you got some excellent new stuff. Tell us something about your CD and your DVD.
Yeah, well, the DVD is a 2-hour registration of the concert we did on E-Day last April. Sorry that this is in English, but in all the years my German has I've never been able to speak German.
No problem.
And the CD is out since September, which is a very personal CD this time because of my health situation. To be honest, I used my music for therapy, basically. Yeah. Okay. And it's worked very well. It's made me very happy because it was not financially, but the music itself was so successful. It gave me an enormous boost. Yeah, it did me good.
Yeah, I've heard about that. So we will follow you the last years and the last months about your your music and the successful concert you played, also in Bochum in the planetarium. But if you have a view back, what's the difference between today and the past, maybe to the 80s or the 90s? If you compare it, is it a special difference for you to make this time music and in the past?
Extremely different. I mean, to be absolutely honest, and with the danger of sounding like an old man living in the past, it was back then a lot more fun. The technique of today has sort of exploded, and for me anyway, a lot of the fun has gone out of it. The technique and the machines whereby you make the music has become almost more important than the music. And for me it's always been music in the first place, and the machines or the synthesizers I've used as tools to make the music, and not the other way around. But I see it very quickly, because of the advancement of technology, it going in the opposite direction, that the music is getting less and less important, and the technique is swallowing up the interest of everybody around. It's like a big whirlpool. Everybody's getting sucked into the technical side of it.
But I remember your music from generally from the basic didn't change so much. I think it's quite your style, and I remember the early 80s, especially the time where Winfried Zenkler played also in the airplay show Schwingung, for example, and today I think the basics are quietly the same on your music, isn't it?
I think that is genetic. You know, the music is in me, and I've always said, it sounds very cliche, but in order to make music, what I do is shut my eyes and move my fingers. It comes literally from out of me, and I don't think I've changed in all that many years, and I don't mean just the music. I mean my view of life, my view of everything, the way I am is still, I've just almost sort of got stuck in the 80s, basically.
But as you say that many musicians are more influenced by the technique they can use right now and change his style to the sound, to the current sound, which is possible. But I remember if I listen to the last concert you play, the music is, I think it's very similar to the basic of your pastime. So I found out that this is very important, so that you can say your fans have the same quality of your emotion that you bring in your music.
Exactly, and I think a lot of people are experimenting. I've never been a good experimenter. I've always been somebody who is better doing something he believes in and not choosing an unknown path to walk down, you know. And when you have a little bit of success with something, why change it? You know, it's not because I'm commercially doing it. It's because, why do people make music? People make music because they believe that they can make better music than what is available from other people, and that's the way I make music too. I prefer my own music. I like the music of other people, but I'm not saying I can do that better. But I make music because it's what I am and it's part of me. And as I say, I've probably stuck in that 80s, and I'm too old to change, basically.
Yeah. But I think there are some persons here, especially on this place, who are very influenced in your part to be here. I think Ron take a big part on your success right now. Huh?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I've just had 14 years of silence, of doing nothing at all, because after my heart attack, everything dried up, and it was sort of comeback. What I'm doing now, and it's all thanks to Ron Boates, because Ron and several other people said, "Hey, John, Offshore Islands is going to be celebrating 25 years," and it's Ron that gave me the push. Yeah. And when we started doing the recordings for Juxtaposition, which was the album for 25 years after the Offshore Islands album, I just got the bug again. I think it's a virus that sort of invaded me, and we got 3 CDs of Juxtaposition out, and then I said, "Oh, let's take a break." But no, that virus started nibbling, and I had ideas, and I thought, well, okay, let's try a solo album.
Okay, and I think another highlight was to get the Lifetime Award from the Schallwelle.
That pushed me enormously. That really did. I mean, my sister came over. She was as proud as what. And we went to Bochum for the prize. And it's funny, when you're, after so long not doing anything, and then you're suddenly in an environment with all those musicians and people that you suddenly realise do appreciate you and like what you do and think you're worth an award, then you think, well, do I owe these people something? I mean, why am I so... Yeah, I think I do, but that's not the reason I did. It was just because that seed was sown. It was like somebody in Bochum threw a seed into me, and the music came back, and the wanting, the motivation. I must admit, that was the first motivation, was Bochum. Getting me back into the music after 14 years.
So is it wonderful to know that there are so many people who believe in this kind of music in this time, and don't forget the tradition of electronic music. I think it's wonderful to know that there are so many people like here come along and say it's worth to come over. Yeah.
Well, it always amazes me. I mean, with the advancement of the technology, which we've talked about, how many different sorts of electronic music there are these days. I mean, back in the days of Vangelis and Walter Rotter and all there was far more classical orientated. But now, because of the technology, there's more experimentation. And it always amazes me even now how much variation there is in the EM.
So tell us something about your next goals, your next projects, your next things you think about. Well, do you think you can take the speed and take it over the next years, or will you make another longer break?
Well, to be honest, because of my health situation, I don't know how much longer I have. But I must admit, and without promising anything, I've already designed the graphics for a next project. I've got the graphics, but I haven't started the music yet. But I'm not going to push it, and I'm not going to promise. But there is something in the wind that is blowing.
But do you think you will performing live on another time this and the next times?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I'd never say never. But it's not in my agenda, not in my diary. No. Okay,
so I wish you good luck to all the things will come, and a good healthness, and a really, really fun on your next music. We are all very hopeful that you will do another stuff for us.
Okay. Well, I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best.
Yeah, that's a good ending. Okay. So your new CD is available on Ron's label on Groove.
Ron sells all my stuff now.
Okay, so ihr könnt alles, was ihr von John Kerr sucht, findet ihr bei Ron, bei Groove NL. Ja, schaut mal vorbei. Thank you a lot for having this short interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.